Hi, I'm Rich from the Blue Monday podcast, and I'm freezing cold and in disguise as a northerner today to see Ipswich lose a trio of the difficult games to try and get the playoffs back on track. A sucker punch goal again, but it's peak Ipswich, almost score and then concede straight away. The playoffs just seem too far away for me now, and Fleetwood on Tuesday, that's going to be tough. They've got a weekend off for them. Coventry, I've seen a lot of Coventry, and I think they'll beat us too. So, I mean, maybe it'll be warm at some point. That's something to look forward to. Sorry, I've got nothing positive to say apart from I'm going to go to the warm now. See you later.
I'm January. I mean, the long and short of it is it's not good enough. It hasn't been away for several games now. What's it, one goal in 4? That would be the sort of form that you'd expect of bottom half of the table, maybe even pushing relegation. It's not good enough. I mean, the standard that we're expecting, the distance that we're travelling for teams in League One to get to there, you'd think they'd perform, or at least perform to a standard where you could say, yeah, no, it's been a good day out. Whereas, as much as we played well in the second half, you can't say that was a full game. You can't say that you got your full money's worth for that. I mean, the first 30 minutes, we were completely deep. There was maybe 1 or 2 men forward. By the time we'd started getting going, it was almost half time and they'd scored. Come second half, yes, we were much better at the start. Yes, we were getting forward, but again, we weren't breaking, we weren't getting clinical enough. When we were, it was kind of the only time we did was when we scored, and I don't know how they didn't see that was how we were scoring goals and kind of copy it. It's the sort of team that we need to be beating, especially if we are going to be pushing even top half of the table, let alone promotion. And I think today was a knife edge, and I think we're on the wrong side of it. I think that's it, really. Promotion's over.
Amy Downs, off Ipswich fan right now. Honestly, don't really know what to say. I actually thought we weren't too bad first half. We were where we were stood. It was we were watching the defence and we were fairly solid. Just nothing going forward. Absolutely nothing. You'd get it up there and there was just no end product. And to be fair, with Norwood and Jackson out, that's kind of what you expect. But today was Freddie Sears' chance, and I was so happy that he was playing, because I really thought he could do something, and I am absolutely heartbroken for him for that miss at the end. But if we'd have bought a striker in January, that wouldn't have been a miss, and that would have been 3 points today, and we would have been back in there with 5 points behind 6. We would have been right there, no worries, right, it's fine, we'll press on. But the worry now is confidence. We're back lacking confidence again as we hit the run in, and if we do make it to playoffs, you want that confidence there. We're not going to, that's it now. And in the past, I've been probably the most positive Ipswich fan you'd ever meet, and this year this was supposed to be a League One tour. We were supposed to be down here for 12 months, ticking off some grounds and having fun, and it's not. It's back to being 20 years of this rubbish, and we've probably still got another 15 years of League One. But maybe that's what we need. Maybe we need a few years in League One to regroup and start again, see who we lose over the summer, and press on again. But gutted for them, because actually the second half I thought we deserved it, but if you can't score then you're screwed. So Lambert, sort it out, mate.
Blowy cold afternoon here in Blackpool. Honestly, absolutely gutted, because I thought we deserved something from that game. Sucker blow right at the end, and it's hard to talk about the first half, which seems ages ago. Some neat football at times. I thought Keane held the ball up better than he has been, and Bishop wanted the ball and actually run at people, and Freddie drifted in and out the first half, but second half we actually had some shots on target, and Freddie could have scored right at the end, and then it goes down the other end, and it's just gutting. Really, fans were really loud and really positive, and lots of good banter. Heard some random songs about seagulls smelling of wee. That's the first for me. I've got to say, that's the season over, isn't it? It's just over. There's some spirited efforts there. I thought Skews, I'm a big fan of Skews. I stick up for him a lot, but I can't really stick up for him today. I was pleased for Freddie to get his start, and he played well. To be fair to Lambert, he made some subs early on, like 60 minutes rather than 90 minutes and 90 seconds to go. But it's that sucker blow. We just lack the cutting edge, lack that quality. We had quite a bit of ball and quite a bit of, in the last 10 minutes we're knocking the ball around, and we just wanted to get the ball in the box, but why? Because there was nobody there. Absolutely. Yeah, so disappointing. So I honestly think, even though I'm trying to be half full, I think that's the season over. Yeah, Cheers, guys. Safe journey home.
Oh yeah, Tim Brown, Ipswich supporter. 61 years old, so I've seen the glory days, and it's just so sad to see the demise of Ipswich Town under Marcus Evans' ownership. It's just been a downward spiral, and there's no sign of it stopping. It's just getting worse and worse. And if mid-table in League One is the objective, then what is the point? You know, and we're so well supported, and they don't really justify or deserve the support. You know, that's the one thing that's not wrong, I think, is the support. Paul Lambert hasn't got a plan B. When we played at Sunderland, we were all over him for the first half. Parkinson made a couple of changes, changed their formation. We didn't have an answer to that. And from outplaying a team and not giving them a touch on the ball, we're suddenly losing. You know, to a team that weren't even in the game. And it was the same when we played them at home, and blah-de-blah, we can go on and on, can't you? But it's getting worse and worse, and there's no sign of it getting better. So I'm sorry, Ipswich Town, I'm so sorry it's come to this.
This is the game day here, the one with no gloves, sorry. Lost for words, to be honest. Played really well that second half. I really enjoyed that second half. But as always with Ipswich, it's just that's just the Ipswich way, isn't it? Freddie at the end there goes up there 1-on-1 and unfortunately misses, and then goes up the other end and they scored a goal and got the 3 points. They didn't deserve that at all, admittedly. They obviously had 1 or 2 chances, but we were the much better team today. Much better. It's really annoying and really frustrating how that's happened. I know I got a bit too frustrated and smacked the chair or something. So yeah, that's really frustrating. Again, like I said, we played really well. Keane with the assist. It's good to see Keane with the assist. Freddie scoring again. It's really good for that to happen to him today. A bit of confidence for him. I know he missed at the end, which may affect that confidence. I know, but that happens. How many chances Norwood missed like that this season? So you can't really fault him. He scored today. Got it back 1-1. We've done what we can, and then that's happened. Dobber looks good, really promising, I think, a bit of skill, and also Simpson. That's the kind of striker that we need. Like a target man, he's got a bit of muscle about him. You know, we miss that. We do. Honestly, we miss that. I like Keane. I like that, but he's not strong enough to sort of win the ball like he does. He needs it to his feet. And Simpson, like, I'd give him a run, especially. Those next 2 games we've still got Jackson and Norris out. Give Simpson a run. He could do something. He looks really, really decent, and he's one of our youngsters. So there's no harm in it. Like, the season's over now. Why not just try him out, see how he gets on? But who knows with that? Hopefully he does. Obviously, when I left, people were singing sort of 5 more years of this, 5 more years of this. It's appalling. I know today, admittedly, we were really good, and you can't fault it. The 4-3-3, it worked. Looks much better like that. It's better than the 3-5-2. I do like the 3-5-2. I do feel like it works better with KVY, but we won't go into that. But yeah, we've still got Lambert for 5 more years, and there's no plan B, like we said before. And like someone else was saying, you can't blame the manager today. You can't, but at the same time, we needed to win today. We needed the 3 points, and because of the start of the season. Sorry, Russ, I know you've got to read that. But of course, of the season, he's cost us this season. You know, we were top of the league. Admittedly, I said at the start of the season we will struggle. You know, we shouldn't be too confident, and then we started off well, and that happened, and we got a bit excited. But this is why we shouldn't have got so confident. And like, the 5 years isn't justified. And like I said to the people who are saying you can't blame the manager for that, no, but at the same time, like, we could afford a loss today if it was for the fact that we were top 2, top 3, but we're not. We're out of the playoffs. Season's over. We're screwed. He screwed our season up. That's the matter of fact, basically, and it's annoying. And I've said this before. If you swap Lambert and Mick around, and you had Lambert, who we got sick of, and Mick come in now, there's no way at all that we would be out of the playoffs at the moment with Mick as manager. Mick is a much better manager than Lambert is. Lambert's nothing without Culverhouse. But yeah, if we had Mick right now, I will say it until the day I die. If it was the other way around and we had Mick or someone like that, he knew how to grind out results. He knew how to get results. It's like today, they'd have finished 1-1. with Mick. There's no doubt about it. I know it wouldn't have been perhaps we wouldn't have been as convincing, and we wouldn't have been as good as we looked in the second half. But at the same time, we needed the results today, and seasons.
Well, that's the epitome of a sucker punch to the gut. I think last week against Oxford, we could say that was an absolute shocker, and any excuses that Lambert came out with, you just can't defend. This week, it was actually good. They played some really good football. There was actually chances in the game. And again, Town just don't have that will to get over the line. They just don't have that extra, mentality to push themselves over the line. I'm not going to blame Freddie Sears. His legs were probably toast at the end when he missed that, but it is a tale of 30 seconds really, where at one end it looked like we could have won it, and then Blackpool go and snatch it at the other end. At the end of the day, was definitely a non-deserved win for the home side. They really didn't create a lot, and of course the opening goal comes from another mistake in the back. And I think if you ask most Town fans, when Town go behind in games, do you actually think they're going to score more than one and actually win it? And I didn't feel that today. I got the equaliser, and there were chances, and you do have that moment where you think, oh yes, here we go, but you just don't think they're going to do it, and as time ticks on, it just keeps going, and then eventually at the end, I didn't expect us to get that chance, but we did, and we didn't take it, and it's been the story of the season. But if Lambert's going to do one thing, I would keep the 4-3-3. I think that worked very well. I think Town looked more threatening and had more of an offensive edge to them, but I think we're going to be saying this fairly soon, that League One is going to be our confirmed position for next season. So really, we just got to start building to that and see if we can go forward. But I think today's the final nail in the coffin of any notion of championship return.